So today, well, where am I? You know, it's not very often you wake up and wonder where you are, but that's because I've been invited for food down at Mirador de Callao. Look, check this out, right? Now, this is down at the Repsol garage on the way between Callao and Argentina before you get onto the TF1. And they've invited me down today because they've got something that I really like. So, this is Mirador de Callao, and what you find here is a gas station, as normal, and then we've got the restaurant and we've got the normal kind of bar, but it's very upmarket down here when you come down. And what got me thinking was, what's that smell? Because I can smell American barbecue, right? Now, here's the owners. All right, guys, how are you doing? All right?
Very good, man.
Okay, so we've come down here because we're going to check out what they say is an authentic American barbecue. Now, I know my barbecue, right? You know I know my barbecue. And how are we doing, guys? You all right? The food is good? We're going to find out just how authentic this really is. So when I walk through the restaurant and through the terrace, I then come down to this area that just smells absolutely incredible. And I met Dalia, who is the chef. How are you? You all right? Now, someone told me you've been doing this for 20 years, yeah?
Yes.
How true is that?
Dominican Republic
Yeah?
and Argentina, Uruguay.
Now, in Argentina, if I'm right, they call it asado, no?
Asado.
Yeah? And an asado is slow cooked all day.
All that.
Yeah? And would you, so when you was over in Argentina, would you be hired for the day for families to do the asado, or was you doing this in a restaurant? Friends and family. Okay.
Every week
Yeah.
asado.
And have you turned asado more into American barbecue, or have you gone American barbecue more into asado?
And mix.
A mix,
style,
yeah.
Mix style and Argentina or Latin America and Texas style.
Yeah, okay.
And typical Argentina parrilla.
Yeah.
And typical and small smoker.
It smells absolutely incredible. I can smell all of the American kind of smells coming through with the mix.
And hickory wood.
Yeah, oh, and you're smoking with hickory, right. You know, I don't think there's another authentic American smoke barbecue here in Tenerife, is there?
No, it's typical American and mix style.
There's like parillas, and there's like, you know, the Spanish and Canarian way is more
typical
barbecue, yeah?
Typical smoke in Texas and very hard smoke. And Spanish people know good and hard.
It's more fast, isn't it? The Spanish cook hard and fast on the barbecue, whereas this is what, typical 4 or 5 hours for ribs and meat. So you're here pretty much every day, all day. Yeah. Okay, well look, we're going to look forward to having some great food with you. I'm going to see what I can catch as you're bringing it out the kitchen, and hopefully you lot are going to come down here and check this place out. we're going to have a kind of a selection of different meats and stuff on the menu. They've finally asked me to just have a look at what they can do. They've chucked the menus off. They've brought the menus, took them back to no, listen, we're going to just do you some food so that you can check it out and show people exactly what they can do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a look. And we'll see exactly if it's what they say it is. Because I tell you that, American barbecue for me is a speciality. I cook it at home. I've been learning it for a lot of years. So I know exactly what I'm doing. I know if they're smoking it right. I know if they're storing it right. If they're letting it rest enough. We've been practicing this method of cooking for a long time. So we're going to see. They'll start bringing some food over in a minute. I'm going to share it with you, and you can have a look, and then we'll decide whether it's worth putting onto one of our fuel stops on the Easy Rider Tenerife app. Selection of lamb, pork. They put a bit of steak on, duck breast, which is quite unusual, especially on the barbecue. You don't really get duck breast really on the barbecue menu, but it's very nice when it is on them. So I'm very pleased with the standard and the quality of the meat. Here's the duck breast here, look. That is, the duck breast is better than steak sometimes. But all this is kind of a mix between sort of an Argentine Asado, a slow cook American barbecue. Really, if you're a meat eater and you've come over to Tenerife and you're in the south, Costa Rica, this is 10 minutes from Costa Rica, you would pay 3 times the price in Costa Rica what you would pay here. And let's try this duck breast. Duck breast with a cup of Mirador de Callao. You know what's about chocolate heifer? This is carnival heaven.
Yeah.
So that's it then. We've had kind of a meat platter. We've tasted everything. We can still smell. The problem with this place is you can still smell it after you've finished, and you still want more. So Jackson's with me as always, and he's going to try the puddings out now. So we'll get a bit of a take on the puddings as well. But listen, look at this. Okay, this is where you want to be. This man here, Diablo, Dalia, really, Diablo de Carne. This is the man here, the devil of the meat. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, it's been a pleasure. Okay. And if you're going to come down, then come down, call in advance, speak to these guys. If you're coming on holiday, this is where you need to be if you want to taste some authentic Asado, Argentina, Dominican Republic, Slovakia, American barbecue.